Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Jericho. Welcome back to a Get Personal. It's been a while since we've done one of these, and I am heading to my friend's wedding today, so I will not be streaming. And I wanted to get this out because I've been thinking about it for a bit. It seems like I'm hitting the point in my life where a lot of things are changing, both in my friend circles, my family life, and also in general, the world is a lot different than I thought it would be when I'm mid-20s. And I wanted to talk about this stuff because I don't really have a singular point, and I know I never really do. We kind of just ramble. But there's two parts to this. One, don't be afraid that you don't know what the fuck you're doing. And two, don't be afraid that shit is not what it seems like it should be. All right? I know those are very broad, but let's get into it, okay? First things first, shit. Like, there's a lot of you guys out here who are done with school now. A lot of you guys are seniors in high school. Some of you are seniors in college. You guys are ending one chapter of your life and going into a new one, which is dope. For those of you not done with school or you're going to a further education, congrats on making it to the summer or almost making it. The summer is here and everybody can relax and take a couple deep breaths. You made it and you're still alive. One of the things that I've been getting a lot, both in chat and in general, is my sister is a junior in high school now, and we have these conversations with my mom about, like, oh, I just don't think that your sister knows what she wants to do when she goes to college. Like, she doesn't know if she wants to play sports or what she wants to major in, and I'm like, yeah, like everybody else. And it's not just that. It's a lot of people talking about how they're wondering what the fuck they're supposed to do or how they're supposed to work towards something when they don't even know what they want to do yet. And there's this uncertainty, whether it's in your job or life, that is kind of damaging. So a lot of these people out here are trying to figure it out. They're trying to figure out what they need to do, and they're trying to figure out how the best or what the best possible way is to get to whatever their goal is. And when I was a junior in high school, I had an insanely different idea of what I wanted to do, what I wanted to, where I wanted to go to college, what I was thinking of doing after college, than I did the next year, senior year. And I had a different view in my freshman year of college. And then right after I dropped out, I didn't graduate, right after I dropped out of college. And now, even now, I have a much different view of what I want to do, where I want to go, things that are happening. And I think that that's okay. One of the biggest things that I felt nobody really told me or did a good job of explaining to me was, yo, it's okay to not know what you want to do. You're fucking like 18 years old. I'm 24. I don't really know what I want to do. And it's something that people always try and kind of avoid. They're like, oh, you need to have a plan. You need to have your shit together. Get your plan on deck. You're graduating high school? Great. Where are you going to college? What do you want to study? Where do you want to go? Bitch, I don't know. I don't know, okay? I like last year, I wanted to be my junior year, I wanted to be a physical therapist. Senior year, I was still trying to be a physical therapist. I wanted to go to University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. Didn't get accepted. That threw a wrench in my plans. So I was like, fuck, change up. Guess we're going to a different college. All right, and then it's like, I did my senior work project, which was basically an internship at a physical therapy office. Are we going to call it that? A clinic? And I was like, wow, this ain't for me. And so I was like, fuck, my last 2 years of my life, like pretty much the only plans that I had are gone. Guess I got Audible, do something else. So I went to college at UNCW, and then I studied communications. And then I was like, cool, I'm going to go into marketing. And then I dropped out of college and I moved to the West Coast and I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, no, like, aren't you supposed to have a general idea? Because once you jump into college, everybody thinks to themselves like, okay, all right, I got 4 years to figure this out. Realistically, I only have 3 years because, after your first year of college, you have to start working towards your major. And you're like, all right, well, I got to choose what I'm figuring out, what I want to do. And so a lot of my friends were like switching majors junior or sophomore year, adding another year of college because they thought they made a mistake. It sucks, and I get that it's daunting, but I just want to let you know it's okay to not have a goddamn fucking clue. But that's also why you need to go out and try and do as many things as possible so you have a better understanding of what you do and don't like, or maybe what you don't mind, right? Sometimes you're not going to think to yourself like, hell yeah, I fucking love accounting. Yeah, if you do, great, you freak. But like, no, you don't have to be stupidly excited to do all this stuff. You can just be like, all right, I don't hate this, so let's kind of go towards that. And that's something like I wish some other people had told me. And so I think that it's okay to understand that you don't know what you want to do. And to go back to my point of me saying, hey, I'm 24, I don't really know what I want to do. I've been doing this YouTube and Twitch stuff for almost 8 years now. In fact, 8 years in 10 days. In 10 days, I will be doing it for 8 years. And that is absurd. I almost have a decade of experience doing this. And I'm only 24. So it's like a little weird, a little crazy. But the longer that I've done this, the more that I've seen the things I like and don't like about the industry, the things that I enjoy and don't enjoy. And last year, I was like, hell yeah, we're fucking doing this 100% of the time. Like, I'm all about this. I'm all about streaming. I'm all about making content. This year, I'm like, fuck yeah, I love streaming a lot more than I thought I did. Oh, and by the way, I also really enjoy consulting for companies and telling them how not to ruin a sponsorship or a promotion. And that is something I never thought I would like to do. I like talking to a bunch of people in suits. Like, I felt like that was, to me, one of the least exciting things. And yet here I am, loving it. So now that we got that out of the way, the fact that, you really don't have to have your entire life in order by the time you're 20. Let alone 22, let alone 24. I still don't have my life in order. And I don't think that anybody tells people it's okay to be what the fuck am I doing? It's okay, you don't have to. Just work towards whatever idea seems less shitty. There's your motto. Try and do what is the least shittiest thing for you. Now, the other part that I said, and a part of this is because of the wedding. It has nothing to do with the wedding. I am so excited for my two buds. They are going to have, they're going to have a lovely life together. They're my favorite. And I'm excited to go to a wedding, but it got me thinking. I was like, man, 24 years old, and I can't even I can't think of fucking marrying somebody right now. What the hell? Like, that's a commitment for, look, I'm planning on living to a hundo, right? Like, I'm living my life based on the assumption that by the time I hit 60, they can just replace all my internals with some robotic chips. Like, I'm banking on it, because otherwise I'm doing irreparable harm to my body. But hey, so I'm looking at it, so I'm like, man, you're gonna make this decision and marry somebody and commit to them for the other 3/4 of your life. And if you're ready for that, that's fucking dope. And I am proud and happy of them. But I was thinking about it because they're not the only group of, not my only friends that are getting married. I have friends that are pregnant. What the fuck? Stop doing this. Don't make babies. Don't do it. I don't got my life in order. I know damn well you probably don't. Just stop it. No babies. Stop squeezing them out. And I'm like, oh shit, this is weird. But all my family, all my parents, all the adults in the world are like, yeah, it's normal. I got married 22. Look how I turned out. I'm like, alcohol? No, okay, that's fine. Not gonna make that joke. But it's like, okay. I mean, sure, things worked out. But it got me thinking. Because I even had my mom say, oh, so you've been single, for half a year. Anybody popping up? I'm like, Mom? What? No, it's been 10 months. I don't want to date anybody. I'm enjoying being single. You don't have to be tied at the hip with somebody 100% of your life. And it got me thinking. I was like, wow, what if the change in I guess it's social climate, but what if the change in social climate is that our generation is less enticed to lock each other down at the start? Why is that a bad thing? And it got me thinking. I was like, Mom, what if I just didn't get married until I'm 45? And she's like, why would you do that? I was like, cause I don't have to. Why should I get married? And she's like, it's a commitment. I'm like, yeah, it's a legal commitment. I don't know. You can commit to somebody without a legal. Point is, it got me thinking that things that happened and were normal for my parents are so far removed from the life that I've been living, as well as the life that I assume other people in my age group are living, where we have basically this movement of independence where people are out there doing whatever they want to do without the sole goal of building a family or building a lifelong relationship. That people are focusing on themselves. And some people might be like, yeah, we need to stop that. No, fuck that, man. Focus on yourself. If you're going to be happy as hell, sure, you might have another person involved with that, but I promise you, you can make yourself really fucking happy. I'm pretty good at it. I masturbate. I'm pretty good at it, you know? And I think that that's an interesting thought. It's an interesting thought to consider that maybe, you know, my parents who are 60 years old now have a completely different worldview, relationship view, social view than I do. My mom was talking about friendship and how, you know, she's got work friends. She's got her girlfriends that they don't talk about work, but only talk about neighborhood problems, a gossip club. She's got book club friends. They only talk about books. I'm like, all right, cool. And that's an interesting idea. I have good friends and I talk to them about everything. Of course, there are friends in different industries, but I still fucking talk to them about everything. I just am a little bit more selective with those people that I hang out with. And that was the major turning point for me going, oh shit. Like, wow, you guys really are not used to the life that I live, and I'm not used to the life that you guys are living. That's a 40-year gap there almost, or where things have changed drastically. And I think that maybe this is the generation, and you guys watching this as well, where it becomes okay to not follow a very normal path in your life. Maybe you don't go to college. Maybe you do go to trade school. Maybe you don't ever date somebody, but you hang out with people that you enjoy company with, and you go on a date you date somebody for 3 years and you drop off and whatever you want to do, but you focus on yourself. And some people might call that selfish, but I think that's the dumbest excuse ever. Like, is it selfish to focus on yourself, or is it the best thing to do? I'm not saying ignore other people. I'm just saying put yourself first. Why is that a problem? So I know that was rambly. I know that really the second half wasn't as concise as the first half, but I really, truly believe that you and everybody else that's watching this has no reason to follow any idealistic path. Like, I moved to Portland to get out of LA because I was like, all right, mid-20s time to go to a suburb and like work and become like an adult. I didn't like it that much. But don't be afraid to just do whatever the fuck you want if it's beneficial to you and you're not hurting others with it, you know? Just if you have no idea what the hell you want to do, guess what? It's fine. Join the club. Do it. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. Doesn't matter. Just don't put up this like roadmap for an ideal life where you're like, by the time I'm 28, I'm married. 35, we have our first kid. 40, we move to the suburb. Like, don't do that. Just kind of go with the flow. With a plan. Sort of a plan. Like an idea. The least shitty idea. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I'll talk to you all later.